I thought they were going to use to get their song back to get a wish, in the first place. So did they wish? Did they get their song back? Is that what they're...
Yes. There is something. Nilak, from my knowledge of him, he is a fitful god when it comes to. He reacts to whatever emotion is intensely showed in front of him. Greed, he will react with greed. Arrogance, he will react with arrogance. Only upon acting true to your heart can you talk to Nilak without fear.
So you're saying I should be as arrogant as ever?
No, she's saying you should not talk, no matter what. If it's us, you shouldn't talk, otherwise we will have the most stubborn god that you can ever encounter.
But as I said, the god has 3 faces, and it is unpredictable and unknown which face shall show itself first. From the stories of the bard, he was quite lucky, stumbled upon the sleeping Nilak, and sang him this lullaby. I hope that you are as lucky.
So he woke him up, singing a song to put someone to sleep.
Yes, at least that is what the records say. But again, these records have been most likely been written by himself.
That's a terrible story. You think a bard would come up with a better story? I came up upon someone who was sleeping and sang him a lullaby to wake him up.
He smiles at you and says, well, also bards never do travel in the dwarven territory. They don't have a good love for music. This bard was a unique one. It is said that no court in the world would accept him.
So he sucked.
So he was bad. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard his music, and to be honest, I've heard of him, and some people have talked about him in respect, and some people have talked about him in disgust. Even in my time, he was barely a faint memory. Now he's all but forgotten. This was over 1,000 years ago.
Be back in a second.
Well,
I wonder if maybe with time, the rumors and the stories have changed.
Maybe, quite possible. But what I'm asking is independent of this. I ask you that you protect the travelers. I ask you to take the duty of shields. And within this, I shall help you understand your old magic better than you already do.
So are you saying that we have to protect them, but we can't? If it comes down to fighting, we can't.
You can. The shields are exempt from the rules of the travelers.
Oh, that's great. Let's do that.
You do need to. The oath consists of finding a peaceful way first. If there is none, then resorting to violence.
You'll never meet a royal who's a pacifist. It's just those aren't things that go together.
How else do you become royal? Unless you're lord.
Okay.
I guess.
So she said,
Yeah.
Will you take this oath?
There's no blood involved, right?
She looks at you and
I think
says,
we have enough blood
No.
packs.
That was Princess Tiger Lily's voice. Exactly. There's some blood involved, right?
There's no blood in it, right?
There's no blood involved.
No, the blood oath has been taken in between you. If you wish to include Jason in your blood oath, that is something that you do upon yourselves.
I'm just making sure. There's not a blood oath.
I deal with.
I'm getting tired of blood oaths.
I deal with a bondage of the soul rather than of.
Oh, so there's bondage involved.
There's a bondage symbol. I see.
She
Nice.
looks like she suddenly like smiles brightly upon you guys. The immediate second you guys
Roll
think
for fetish.
the immediate second you guys think about something dirty, she smiles widely, especially at that person, like at looking into his eyes. Or her
You would have been
eyes.
smiling the whole time for Jason, then Chucky. You should have let me get
Yep.
a heads up on that one. But Jason ain't there anymore. He gone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she says, I shall, well, take upon this oath, and I shall be, as in the olden days, your maiden. As knights in shining armor used to protect one, I shall be your maiden in this journey. And in between this, your souls shall have a common pathway, myself. And I shall show you the true strength of Traveler, of Wanderer, of Chameleon, and of Lionheart. What do you say? In exchange, of course, this is only a bonus. As I've promised, if you wish gold or any help I could give, I shall give it at the end. For you, Esbjorn, if you wish your song back, I can do that. The smoke you see around you, you have inhaled. It is part of myself. I have inserted myself into all of this. I see your thoughts. They resonate through this room, like as if you are talking them out loud. Your memories as well. The ones that come to mind, I can see those as well.
Wow.
Talk,
You're like the
talk about-
NSA or something. I haven't like
invasion of privacy.
yeah.
Well, I believe that I shall take a rest now. This has taken quite a lot of me. You think on it, and if you shall leave by tomorrow morning, I understand your decision, and you need not think that I shall ever hold a grudge, and need remember that ever you need help or shelter and you are close to us, you may join our caravan.
I just like in my head I'm like don't think of I'm trying to not think about things like yes, damn it, like yes, like don't think about beers, don't think about just like giving her all these, I don't know, so yeah, well, maybe we should think about this for a while. Either way, I guess you will know the answer before we can say it. So.
No. You shall have to decide upon yourselves. I can see within your heart's confusion, but at the same time, I believe you only need time to make said decision.
When are they leaving? I guess.
Well, if you haven't figured it out, tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. You may join us or you may leave. Both options are shall bring no consequences to you.
Where is this on the map, by the way? There, where they want to
So
go.
you guys are right here, and on the map, the Sanctuary of Eternal Night is here.
Okay, so we're gonna travel across this river, right?
Across this river in 3 days, yes. Please don't.
And then go like this.
Don't draw on it.
Why?
Because I want to keep it where you are, and as you make a journey, then we add it. You can use the ruler.
Fine.
Sorry. So yeah, you go through here, and then from within Tower, you will travel directly to the Sanctuary of Eternal Night. And even though the length is not as the journey is not as big, it would most likely take you several weeks to get from within Tower to the Sanctuary of Eternal Night. Okay, so what do you guys do? You are out of the tent. I'm guessing that unless you want to do anything specific, you're going back to the tent where the
Gotta talk to Jason first.
Find any meat?
you do find meat if you really search for it. Not as I said, they do have meat in a rare supply, but if you express I really want meat, they give it to you. You are
Sweet.
getting it.
I get some meat. Nice.
Okay.
Has been boiled together with a pineapple to get the acids from it to tenderize the meat.
Shokugeki, best show.
The soma or something. Yeah. Shogeki. Yeah. Pretty much. Cooking mangas. For the win.
It's so ridiculous. But
I
anyway,
like cooking mangas.
Okay. So, you reach back to Jacob's tent. Set all of you up and says, "Oh, I hope you we had a good talk."
Oh, sorry.
And why
it was an
something?
average
Jacob.
talk. All right.
Well, we shall be leaving on tomorrow morning. If you wish to join us on a journey to Griffin Tower, we shall wake you up nonetheless in the morning, and you can make your decision then. You are, of course, welcome to stay with us.
As you said, oh, I forgot something. I rush back, into the tent.
Yeah.
You're trying to waft off the smoke, for her invasive smoke, and I just stare at you're going and glare at her, just point. Did you have something?
She points towards your beard, and you see a little small fleck of hair that grew.
I just go and I want to clasp her hand.
She smiles and says, "Only herbs, nothing magic, only herbs."
I get a curtsy, and then I scurry back.
You scurry back, and because you now know this, you just look at Jason and you see the same thing. It's like the puff, not the actual hair, but the white kind of blonde puff that goes before the actual hair. That's what you see, and that's something that grows in time. It's been a couple of days. It doesn't grow in a couple of days, especially not after being singed completely.
Jason, you have some dirt there. Let me get it off. I take out a knife and shit. You have some dirt there. Let me get it off you.
What are you doing? Trying to stab me? What do you mean? I'm just dead.
It's in there pretty. Let me just shave it off. It's in there
Please,
very.
please. Hold on. Do you have the mirror still? Hold on.
Sorry, what are you saying?
Is there a mirror? Icons?
No, there's not a mirror here.
Okay. I just get
the
a
only-
cloth or something on my shirt and just try and rub where he's trying to stab me with the knife.
I'm not I'm not trying to stab, but
Okay. Well, you guys are doing
Let me take a.
You do it.
Nah,
So-
I'm just fucking around with you.
Uh,
Your hair seems to be growing back.
Huh? What?
You put your hand
Yeah.
on your head and you feel the puff.
Yes!
Jacob smiles. Mother Matilda is full of gifts.
She's creepy as fuck as well.
Why do you say that?
Nothing. That's a compliment among dwarves.
Okay, let's just say that.
If you live long enough to know things, you're.
Yeah, she just nods. He then says, best if you do not talk to Miranda too much these couple of days. I found out why she was so something to do with old magic and the fact that Mother Matilda had once knights that swore a blood oath to her. And she said that people on a blood oath without a beacon are monsters, or like I have a very big chance of becoming monsters, of something of the sort. I'm sure that Mother Matilda would not have met with you if that was true, and you would not have been so nice of guests if that were true.
You talk to him way too much, Jacob.
It is one of our pleasures. They're traveling so much.
Yeah,
Most
you-
people don't
I mean,
want.
everything should have like a middle way. Take it in
I understand.
mediocrity.
I understand. I'll. Well,
Yeah.
I shall go on and smoke my pipe.
Yeah,
I should
try
see
and
you
relax some. You.
And he goes away.
Smoke pipe
He
every day.
he seems to be very casual about what he said. More like in the idea, like, yeah, my wife just like knows a lot of stuff, and she was scared when he heard a term that like, she just it scared her. It made her feel uncomfortable.
I think we should talk to Miranda.
Miranda
No,
is-
I don't say that.
You see her.
you know.
You see her on the other side of the camp. She's washing clothes in the river. Okay.
Yep.
So you guys have taken your breakfast. You have taken your breakfast. You have talked to Mother Miranda, and what you want to do now?
To the boat.
So, what do you think about protecting these people on their journey to this little sanctuary of theirs?
I think it's a good idea. I think they're all going to be murdered if they don't have.
Sorry, Justin. Can you repeat what you just said, real fast?
Pacifists are food, and if they don't have someone to protect them, they're all going to die on their way there.
Feel like we owe them at least something for their hospitality.
And the only way they'll let us use weapons and travel with them is if we promise to be these guards who are exempt. So
That suits me just fine.
that works out.
Well, Saskia and Jason, what do you guys think? There's definitely something
Saskia,
like
you,
odd still about this, but
Saskia, you do feel like there is this resonation like coming from Reinhardt. I think you'd best describe this feeling, although not exactly this, but eagerness.
Okay. Okay. I guess if that is the case, then she'd say. So, I mean, to be honest, before we started our journey, I never thought I would face another
Face
another treant. I never thought I'd face another treant. I never thought I would see a dragon that close. I mean, we fought through so much. I don't see why we should not be able to take this on. I mean, we don't have to talk to that god, right? We don't have to see that face of chaos.
well, I'm sure there's going to be some way that ends up happening, some way or another. I've been counting our luck so far, you know. So we'll see about that, I suppose.
I mean,
guess
it's
we could always take a chance.
wink wonk.
You're quite hilarious, Jason.
Oh, I know it.
With a super stern face. I think, well, technically, it's my job to guide people through the darkness, right? So how could I say no to that?
Any input, Mr.
Sure, why not?
Chance?
I'll come with you guys. Sounds like fun.
Think we're unified. Actually, Gordon. Gordon says. Gordon says yes.
He also wicks you on the face after that.
See,
You gave him attention, he likes that.
I always give him attention. Don't worry about what happened. Okay.
And every time you exit.
Don't worry about
Okay. So you guys have decided to go with them. Do you want to do anything else in here? Remember that I did mention there is a hawker. So there is a merchant here selling his wares. If you wish to interact with that at all.
I suppose to go up to see where he's selling, at least.
Yeah.
Just have a
You see him doing
window
like
shopping.
you see him doing like a lot of bargaining. Most of it is a chalk. Most of it he's basically not exchanging stuff for money, but exchanging stuff for other pieces. Crockery and silverware and jewelry made by the travelers. Most of them, or what you see, is in pearls that they've been gathering around the seaside as they've been moving. They're selling it for bags of seeds, for corn, for other type of like rarely there's like this big pearl that one of this ladies sells, and he gives her a bag of chocolate.
What?
You would know as being like in the Royal Guard back in Pamor, that chocolate is like a luxury item that is quite expensive. Quite expensive. Princess Tiger would have most likely eaten chocolate if she liked it before.
I mean, why would they trade for a luxury item? They're fucking travelers. They were like, wouldn't they like rather have quantity over quality?
Most of them usually choose like practical. Like you see them buying hoes, buying farming equipment, buying more food for their animals, different types of girdles, seeds, and so on. One in 10 would buy something that's just definitely not necessarily a practical item, more like a luxury.
I mean,
Well-
going for variety never hurt. Also, in some sense, the wagons aren't very big, so quality over quantity could be a good idea.
But how much chocolate is it? Like a
It's a bag, like it's a small
Yeah.
bag of chocolate. It's not a lot, but at the same time, it's something that they may also sell in the Dwarven territory. Dwarves are a big fan of chocolate.
oh, they are they?
Well, most of the mountain dwarves. I don't know about the hill dwarves.
Well, I happen to be a mountain dwarf.
Oh, yes, interesting. You might be a fan of chocolate. I mean, you might be different, but most of them will have chocolate.
I'm just thinking it's a weird transaction because
Definitely.
I
I
would
mean,
imagine-
all of this is weird. People who
I
swear
imagine
not-
I like the fleeting luxury sensation that you get from eating chocolate. Doesn't I mean it's a practical thing rather than my soldier.
Yeah, definitely. As a
Like
soldier,
that's
yeah.
more like a why would it? I just can't.
It's like the guilty pleasure of dwarves, right? So they don't allow themselves to enjoy it, but so it's like they feel really bad when they have it, but they still really like it because they're
Mhm.
like, I should not like this, but they actually do.
Might be it. So I might be like really like trying to like not give in to temptation, but also like I'm not
Okay.
saying what my heart. Maybe I should give in to my heart's desire. Who knows?
Okay, so you guys, he's selling mostly like a lot of things. He has a couple of weapons, but they're definitely not on display. Like you see them, but they're not on display. Like in his card, he doesn't expect to sell any of them here. Upon seeing you don't have weapons either, so he just looks at you and says, "Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my shop. I've traveled far and long. I'm very happy to find you travelers. Very hard to find a genuine band of travelers in this day, in this age here. So what would you need? Do you need anything? You want anything? Just tell me." And he looks at it like he's quite excitedly rubbing his hands and looking at you, waiting for something.
As I'm like my first one like sure no like we want what do you have in terms of
In terms of what? Sorry?
Weapons.
He looks at you a bit weirdly and says, well, I have a couple of weapons. I've recently been to Within Tower, that's where I'm coming from. I'm traveling by sea to Baymore, a city up north, past the grass.
Within tower, you say, eh? What's the word in the street?
Quite normal. Dwarves are doing their own business. So there's been some tightening in the borders. I'm not exactly sure, but I've heard rumors of wolves going quite feral in the last couple of weeks. Not sure what that means. Might just be yeah, I guess it's nothing for sure. Nonetheless,
Nothing. Right.
weapons. I do have a couple of he looks around. I have a couple of enchanted weapons. I got my hands of them from the astral port of Laford himself, with a couple of wizards traveling to a tower. That was, and by the way, for you guys, it's very rare to actually see wizards out in the world. They usually hide themselves, and their towers are in pocket dimensions, so it's almost impossible to reach an actual wizard. But they do like enchant weapons, like that is a thing. Like they do still do stuff like that. There are magic shops where wizards work, but like seeing them outside, it's quite weird. Because I met two wizards, and they enchanted a couple of items for me in exchange for what I would call junk, but they seem to have found value in it. Who am I to say no to a man if he wants just a black marble that I happen to find on the shore?
Yeah, black pearls or something.
No, definitely not a pearl. It was a rock that was weirdly shaped, very round. It was very round. I was like tracing my finger on it. I could never find a dent in it. But again, it was just a rock. I had it on me for weeks and nothing happened. So
just a rock that happened to catch the eye of a wizard. Just a rock.
I've seen weirder things. Anyway, I have all of this. You let me know if you want anything. I'm willing to get my weapons out. I think you understand me here. But tell me what you're looking for, and I'll see if I can get something here tonight.
I was just gonna wonder if you had any, javelins or.
Oh
hand
yes, javelin hand axes. I have a lot of those. Other nomadic tribes usually only buy those for me. I have, I think, about 5 thrown axes left and about 10 javelins. 2 spears also.
Let's just go to Saskia and Tiger Lily. I don't know if you're there, but like I just want to what's the current situation with our money? Like, what's what's our budget? What's our budget? I can't hear you, Justin.
I have 150 gold on me.
Okay.
I really don't understand why you're so worried about money.
Well, princess, when you don't have, it's easy when you have it.
But we do have money.
Need it. Yes, it's good.
So why are you worried?
Well, it's easy to lose it in our line of work.
So
I haven't lost it.
No, that's very good. Keep it up, princess.
He jumps around to.
Can I implore you for some of that gold?
He jumps around to like more of the other people. Go on.
I give Esbjorn some gold. I give him like 18 gold. Take that off my sheet.
That'll be fine. I just got the head nod. So he didn't want to put out any weapons now, or like?
Yeah,
did
he said I don't want to take out any of my weapons now. I feel like
Okay.
you understand me, and he said that he'll get them to you tonight when there are fewer eyes watching.
Okay.
We should go accept that offer, or they'll look at us funny.
Yeah. So everyone is of an accord, right? We're all in accord.
Yeah. There's no blood oath involved, so that's good.
So
And
I
all
think
we
we
have
just
to do is protect them, which we were perfectly willing to do anyway.
I think we just do it now, right? And just like have it all done with, like, and we don't have to be looked at funny.
Yeah, good. Yeah, agreed.
So what do you guys say? Go over to Matilda, get it done.
I mean, technically, didn't they say anyways that they're going to wake us up in the morning to listen to our decision?
Why don't we just do it now?
No, okay.
I'm easy going. Kind of.
Okay, so do you guys head over to Matilda's place again?
I believe that's what was discussed.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys head over to Matilda's place again. As you head over there, more and more people are kind of like whispering in the background about you, and they start following you. You reach her tent, and when you reach her tent, she opens the curtains.
So you already know our answer.
She looks at you. I did not know. I merely hoped. Nonetheless, I am glad of your decision. And she walks forward and says, "Everyone, listen. We have met many decades ago, in a time of turmoil, in a time of unrest. At that time, beacons of hope and beacons of might were stalwart pillars that I could hang on. But in our journeys, pillars have crumbled and time has passed, leaving only but dust of what the stone was before. But now, we find ourselves in the company of such stalwart vigils again. And I have proposed to them that they become shields, like the shields of old that you might have forgotten, but your grandfathers know about. They shall take on the risk. They shall be the shield in the day. They shall be the sword in the night. They shall help us and they shall protect us. And in exchange, we shall treat them as the martyrs they are, taking the suffering so that we may maintain our purity." She comes close to all of you and says, "Join hands." She extends her hands to her left, extends her hand to her right.
I like, it's my eyes a bit. This is like some elvish kind of like, let's all just be a one big happy family.
You start hearing kind of like drums, distant drums playing in the background, and an elven flute being played. Above you, a hawk cries. She looks above and says, "It is time then. Repeat after me. I, under the light of the sun, under the embrace of the earth, swear to be the shield of the travelers, to be the sword of the travelers, to be those who give up their purity, those who give up their white lily, so others might have theirs."
Sorry, I couldn't contain myself. You said willies?
I know.
White Willy.
White lilies.
White
he's-
lilies.
yes.
Okay. White
Do you
willies.
guys all repeat this?
Sure.
Sure. I solemnly swear to give up my white willy.
You feel this.
Asbjorn is now will now have to suntan naked for several days.
So this
Fill his
is
oath.
you guys feel this resonance coming for your weapons, and suddenly you hear a song like a voice, like a distant voice singing. And it comes from your weapons. It's like a vibration in the air, and the drums stop, leaving only the flute and the voice. There isn't into a moment that you all find yourselves in a realm of nothing. There is blackness around you. You, with in the middle of you, stands Mother Matilda, and to her side, hand in hand, like an inner circle, you are the outer circle, and the inner circle is formed by the shape of 3 creatures. One that constantly changes colors. One who Esbjorn knows to be Chameleon, his weapon. Second stands a creature tall and proud, with a small limp as it looks on its right leg, but even with that, it still seems to keep its posture. This creature looks like a human with the mane of a lion, and that is Lionheart, Saskia's weapon. And last, a small child with the cloak of an explorer on him, and this weird magnifying glass and map puckered up in one of his
Oh god,
Pockets.
save the turtle.
it is it is Wanderer.
Traveling.
A traveler, Princess Tiger's. I always forget the name. Princess Tiger's weapon. And at the same time, you kind of all kneel, and the weapons raise up their heads, and they all say in unison, "I swear."
Wait, did you say there were only 3 of them?
There are only 3 of them, yes. You all wake up from the haze. You're back where you were in the circle, and you feel the people around you, the people whose hands you are holding right now, are closer than family can ever be, are closer than brothers and lovers can ever be. You have attained something else. The bond between you now is part of your very being.
I mean, we're literally Protoss at this rate.
Yeah.
No.
And her,
My life.
Princess Matilda, stands there as a conduit of all of this. You can feel your own self part of Lady Matilda. Okay, and you guys have sworn the oath. The ceremony continues on with a very big, feast of kind and a celebration that night to commemorate all of this.
Okay, let's say it's more carrots too. But will it have chocolate in it? will there be chocolate in the feast?
Do you want chocolate? Do you say that you want chocolate?
A bit. Little bit.
You are given chocolate.
I want chocolate too.
Can't
Okay.
have chocolate. It's my chocolate.
Good job. So you guys have gone through this. Isai, Jason, you saw all of this. You are also part of this oath, but it feels like you're a bit of an outsider, but not in the idea that you are completely outside of the circle. You're still part of the circle, but you're incomplete. There is something missing.
It's like that second cousin removed you wanted to talk to, but like he shows up like at every reunion.
No. It's like he's on a good way, but he's not there yet. You
On
know,
the fourth wheel. Damn.
no, you're not a fourth wheel. You're kind of like
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good.
Oh,
thing.
it's a good thing. Okay, you're the
It's
fourth
the
wheel.
fourth wheel on a tricycle.
Oh.
Oh no!
It's the spare wheel, you could say.
You're given chocolate, and nonetheless, next, do you want to do anything specific during the party?
Play
Drink.
music.
No, we forgot to make Gordon take the oath. Damn it.
You guys all have a great time, and you wake up next morning. The caravan is getting ready to move. You can already see a ship on the horizon. Jason wakes you up and says,
It's the
Well-
viewership.
the ship is here. We have already started construction on your own caravan, but I feel like we shall have to put that, nice. I feel we shall have to put that on hold until we reach dry land again. Nonetheless, when we do land, we shall make a cart worth to hold yourselves. I will thank you very much. Again, I remember my grandfather talking about shields and how glorious and how amazing they were. It is an honor to have been the person to host you these nights. It seems like Miranda
Yes.
is almost close to. She basically has like cow eyes every time she sees you. She's like she's basically
Cow
like,
eyes.
she doesn't really know how to react. She's like amazed and frightened at the same time. She's admiring and fearful and dreadful of you at the same time.
3.
What a turmoil.
So I'll go up to Miranda and I'm going to take her hand.
Her
And I
hand
say,
is
"Listen."
shaking as you kind of like you take her hand literally because her hands go down. You reach for her and she doesn't stop you. And you take her hand and her hand is like shaking.
And I'll say, listen, why don't you and I spend this evening and we talk a little to each other? How would you feel about that?
I guess that'd be alright.
Very good.
Okay. You just a specification. Miranda is a lot younger than Jacob.
Okay.
Just to like Jacob is
Oh,
about
that old dog.
Jacob is about 40, while Miranda is 22.
Oh God, what happened there?
Well, I mean, he's obviously some kind of perv hitting on you guys, and then like while he has a wife. Jeez.
Uh-huh. I feel triggered.
Ooh. Don't get me
Okay.
started on those triggers, Simon. You're gonna trigger me.
Okay. Go on. You guys continue on towards the ship. Stop me when you want to do something specific. We'll do a scene with Miranda on the road. You're traveling right now towards the ship. Let's go one by one. Jason, do you want to do anything? Do you have anything specific that you wish still to do in the camp? And the merchant approached you at night if you were outside of the camp. If you're outside of the tent, so if you wanted to buy anything for him, you can buy it at 10% above the market price in the first handbook.
I have literally no money, so I do not do that.
Do you
Okay.
ask for money?
You can do that retroactively.
I don't ask for money.
Okay.
Okay, so Jason, do you want to do anything else during the journey towards the ship?
I don't know, just generally annoy the other people that I'm with.
Mm-hmm. Esbjorn?
Buying javelins, I think.
Okay, retroactively do that. Justin, does Princess Harry want to do anything specific?
I'm just playing music, but otherwise no.
That's very good. Give me a performance check.
That's actually plus 11, so that's a 31.
Damn, son.
The caravan stops.
Like,
They
we're
all
done.
go, yeah,
We're
done.
done.
We're done. They go in a circle
We
around
don't
you.
need
They-
these
Ow.
songs.
Our song, like this song.
This like
Like,
nothing,
The
nothing,
music's so good.
like nothing deserves. Like they have like a saying like nothing deserves, nothing is better than a song such like this. All need to have like the time to appreciate it, and they
Oh,
just
wow.
stop for 5-10 minutes until she like